Hey guys, it's welcome back to Mission Sweden. It's time for a long time for an update, actually. It's been a while. I'm sorry about that. Since we planted the church, I just haven't had time, which is actually a good thing, that I've been busy with other projects that are more urgent, like preaching it on a Sunday and teaching and training and thinking through ministry and pastoral care and all that kind of stuff, which is a real joy. I didn't go to Sweden to make YouTube videos, but I have found this in the past a great way of kind of communicating with people, and I enjoy doing it. So I do hope I get find space to kind of make it work. But anyway, here we go. I thought it'd be really good to do a bit of an update for you, but I thought I'd just give you a few things to pray for, a few things to kind of let you know where we are at the moment. The first thing I want to say is a big thank you to all you guys who support Emily, myself and the family financially through your churches and through stewardship. We really genuinely appreciate that. It's been a wonderful privilege to be able to work towards planting a church and then, God willing, in the future planting more churches and do that full time with our focus. And we're only able to do that because of your help. And one of the fruits of your support has been that we actually, over the summer, were able to get a mortgage and to buy an apartment, which is what I'm sitting in now. We moved over the summer. And I'm really, really, really happy to say that we are now in a permanent house, a permanent home, not a house, a permanent home in Sweden. That means we don't need to move again. And that is awesome because we have moved so many times in the past 6 years. It's been really draining for the family, and we couldn't really, to be honest, we got to a point where we just couldn't bear doing it again. We couldn't face it. So now we've moved into this place and we don't need to worry about moving. As far as I'm concerned, they can carry me out of that door in a box. I'm here now, and I'm really, really happy. So thank you very much for your generous support in making that possible. And we love our apartment. It's great. It's 115 square meters. It's got 4 bedrooms. It's got a decent sized lounge, a nice sized kitchen. It's just about right for us. And I hope some of you get to come and visit and stay. Kungskyrkan is going well. That's the next thing to update you on. We have regular new visitors, more new people coming. We're getting closer to our first anniversary, where we will do a new membership push. So hopefully some of those new people will want to become members, and we want to move forward with that. It's really cool. So we still meet in Kungskyrkan every other week for our worship services, where we have a traditional service with communion and I preach and that. But we've also started a new service sort of in between those, which is a more informal service that takes place here in this apartment, and we invite the whole church to come along. And it's a bit more relaxed, and there's a lot less to prepare, a lot less to think about. People just turn up and we worship together, and we read God's word together. People have opportunities to share testimonies and other things that work the Lord has been doing in their lives. And we have wonderful opportunities to pray. One of the reasons we're doing that is we want to try and train people and encourage people to share and to be more open in using their gifts in worship. And we found that trying to do that in a traditional church building with lots of new people coming was really quite difficult for some people. So the idea of doing it in a more informal setting, we hope will enable people to grow in confidence in speaking up and sharing what's on their heart. Pray for guidance and leadership in that. One of the things we need to do at the moment now is legally constitute as a church. I wanted to do this pretty much straight away as soon as we planted, but I got so sort of stuck down in the nitty-gritty of church life that I just didn't have time. I've struggled to figure it out. And on some level as well, it's not something that I'm really looking forward to doing, because it kind of goes beyond my skill set, which I'm finding God, he does that sort of stuff a lot. He uses people beyond what they used to do, where their gifts are. I'm confident it will go well when we get the ball rolling. We have really quality guys in the church, but I just need to lead them well in doing it. So please pray that we'll get that and we'll get over that hurdle, and that'll help with other things that we want to do as a church. One other cool thing I want to update you on is a tour that we had around Sweden last month with Sam Albury, the author of Is God Anti-Gay? He came all the way over from Nashville in the US to do the tour with us, and we had meetings in Stockholm, in Jönköping and in Gothenburg. We had daytime meetings for pastors, evening meetings open for the public, where Sam shared his story of struggling with same-sex attraction, yet wanting to be biblically faithful to what the Bible clearly teaches. I mean, Sam is wonderful at being clear on what the Bible teaches and unwavering on that, but at the same time holding out the gospel of grace to people who are experiencing these issues. And we want to hold on to the truth of God's word, but also we want to be gracious in how we do that. The Bible is clear, and we can live according to it in a way that honors Christ and loves people well. At the moment in Sweden, this is a huge issue. I mean, it is everywhere, but in Sweden, it feels really intense. Like at the moment, the pressure for churches to come out and become full LGBTQ affirming churches is huge. Just the other day, Smyrna, probably the biggest church certainly in Gothenburg. One of their pastors actually was in an interview where he said, "Yep, we still hold to a biblical view of marriage between one man and one woman, but you can be in a full homosexual lifestyle in a same-sex relationship, and you can be a member of this church." So, but this sort of stuff is happening all the time. So this question is huge in Sweden at the moment. So please give thanks for this meeting, for these meetings, and pray that there will be fruit for generations to come. Give thanks for Sam, give thanks for the churches that came, and pray that for the churches in Sweden at the moment that are on the cusp of changing their position officially, that they would remain biblically faithful, and maybe this book is God anti-gay, or maybe coming to this conference might have the fruit of making them just hold on in a gracious way. So please continue to pray for that. Thank you. One of the other things I want to talk to you about is we have two guys in church called Jonathan and Emil who recently begun Crosslands Theological Seminary. That's like a theological seminary that's based in the UK. You can do online, and then you do some stuff in person. And it's how I studied, and it was really, really helpful for me. And these guys have both started it. Both really clever guys, both capable guys, both godly young men. And I see real, more than potential, really strong potential in their future as at least elders in the church, maybe into full-time ministry. Please pray for them as they go on this journey, that they would be encouraged as they study God's word, as they wrestle with deep theology, that it would build them up in their faith, that they would find the strength and the time that they need to kind of really invest in that. One of my hopes is that maybe we might be able to have one of them email, perhaps working for the church part-time while he's studying, but I need to raise finances for that, so please pray for wisdom and for doors to open, and please pray for that. But also, one other thing to talk about on the team growing is that we please continue to pray for Emmanuel and Shannon Boson. This is a couple from the United States. Emmanuel is Swedish, his wife, and he met his wife Shannon. They've lived in the States for a number of years now. He's been to theological education, done that there, and he's really in line with our thinking. And they're currently fundraising, he and his wife, in the States right now, to hopefully come and join us in February. That would be awesome. So please pray for that. I mean, I can't even imagine what it would be like to go from myself and Emily to being a team of Emily, myself, Shannon, and Emmanuel, and maybe, God willing, even Emil, to have this core team of people that we can do ministry together on a daily basis. That would be absolutely awesome. So please pray that that their fundraiser would go well, that some of these things would work out, and that we might be able to grow as a church in that way, and in our leadership structure as well. And as well, continue to pray for my Swedish to get better and better. I kind of feel like I'm stuck at the moment. It's hard for me to get to kind of move on to the next phase. At least that's what it feels. Might not be true. It's hard to really know whether I'm the best judge of how my Swedish is going, but that's how it feels. And the other thing would be to talk about would be please pray for our no-Christian friends. We have no-Christians come along to church regularly, who join in with the things we're doing, that we're reading the Bible with. Some of them you kind of feel like they're getting closer and piquing interest and really sort of opening up to the gospel. Others, not so much. We want them to, but they're hanging around. So the Lord is doing something. Please pray that the Lord would just open their hearts, that they would see Jesus for who he truly is in how we teach the Bible, but also how we love one another as a congregation. We genuinely want that to happen, and we would love to see that. Thank you for all your support. And I hope I get to do this again in the not too distant future. Okay, God bless you. Bye-bye.